A long-term reader of Vox Political recently got in touch with an odd observation. She hadn't seen any of my work in months, not on social media, anywhere. It was as though I had disappeared. That changed, curiously, when she went on holiday to Spain. Suddenly, my content was everywhere again. Then she returned to the UK, and I vanished once more. I've been publishing new material every single day. There was no break in output, no change in theme or subject matter, and yet somehow visibility was restored, not through any action of mine, but seemingly because she crossed the border. It leads me to an obvious question. Are the social media platforms blocking or suppressing content by region? If so, are they deliberately throttling the visibility of Vox Political and potentially other UK-based publishers within the United Kingdom itself? Perhaps more worryingly, if I'm being algorithmically silenced in my own country, who do I turn to for help? Buy me a coffee, that'll help, and let me explain. This has been a long decline because Vox Political isn't new. It has been running for more than a decade and once reached nearly 6 million reads a year, with revenue from advertising and donations that allowed me to make a living as an independent journalist. That has all changed. Readership started to drop off in 2020, although the decline became visible and rapid from 2021 onwards. Now I struggle to attract even 1,000 hits a day. That's not from a drop in reader interest. I hear regularly from followers who say they are upset that they no longer see my posts unless they actively search for them. Many assume I've stopped publishing altogether until they see a post that the social media platforms haven't blocked, most likely because it doesn't link to any of my articles. This isn't random. It's the result of algorithmic manipulation by platforms like Facebook, which once delivered my posts directly to the timelines of readers who chose to follow me. That system has been quietly eroded and replaced by one that effectively holds visibility hostage. Facebook now routinely offers to boost my posts for a fee. Recently, it asked for £42 to show one post to 1,000 people. Not new people, I hasten to add. Not a targeted demographic. Just my own existing audience who already asked to see my content. That isn't advertising. It's ransom. What did I do? I did exactly what one is supposed to. I collected all the information I could, and a few weeks ago I submitted a formal complaint to the Competition and Markets Authority, that's the CMA, the UK regulator responsible for investigating unfair practices and abuses of market power. I took it to the Watchdog. In my letter, I laid out how algorithmic suppression by major platforms like Meta, the owner of Facebook, is harming my business and possibly violating the principles of the Digital Markets, Competition and Consumers Act 2024, the DMCC. I described the sharp decline in reach and revenue, the pressure to pay for visibility I once had for free, the total lack of transparency from the platforms, the wider impact on other small publishers and businesses. I asked the CMA to investigate. I offered to provide more evidence. I even asked to meet with someone, because this isn't theoretical. It's my livelihood, and it's slowly being taken away by an unaccountable algorithm that I can't challenge. And the watchdog shrugged. Here's what I received in return. We value people contacting us with information. We are unable to give you an update on your inquiry. We offer no guarantee as to whether or how your inquiry may be used. In other words, thank you for doing our homework. We won't tell you what we do with it, and we certainly won't credit you. The CMA's refusal to even discuss the issue with me, someone directly affected, suggests an uncomfortable truth. They may not be interested in protecting small businesses from tech giants, even under legislation designed to do exactly that. This is bigger than just me. What's happening to Vox Political is likely happening to others. Independent publishers, advocacy groups, small businesses trying to operate online without being swallowed by big tech's paywall. If platforms are prioritizing paid content or suppressing certain voices without recourse or explanation, that's not just harmful to individual livelihoods. It's a threat to free expression and to fair competition in the UK economy. And if regulators are too timid or under-resourced to act, then we all lose. Help me keep publishing. Vox Political survives because readers support it, not algorithms. To help keep my publication alive, I'm offering a free book to anyone who donates. It's my way of saying thank you for staying with me as platforms try to silence independent voices. You can also bypass algorithmic suppression completely by joining my mailing lists, the only reliable way to make sure you actually receive what I publish. So if you're seeing this video, you're one of the lucky ones. Most people who want to see my content can't. So here are the links if you want to help. First, you should see on your screen the link for donations. Remember, if you want it, for any donation of £20 or more, you can have a copy of my reissued first book, Strong Words and Hard Times. Then you should see a link to the mailing list for the website, which keeps you up to date on the articles I publish every day. And lastly, there's a link to the video mailing list, which runs on a weekly basis and tells you about video clips I've published each week. The CMA may not act. Facebook certainly won't unless it is forced. So I'll be contacting my MP. I urge you to do the same, especially if you've experienced similar treatment online or run a business affected by these invisible gatekeepers. We cannot let the platforms pick winners and losers in the dark. If you believe in fair play and in the right to be heard, help me fight back. I've been Mike Sevier of Vox Political, and hopefully you will see and hear me in the next one. A little bit of a tight smile at the end there.